All righty, what is going on, ladies and gents? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody had a lovely day. And with that being said, dive into the TA. All right, guys, so pretty crazy stuff today. We are up 4% on the NASDAQ, up 3.3% on the S&P 500. Pretty simple game plan moving forward. We have CPI coming in hot tomorrow morning, and then we have PPI coming in Thursday morning before the bell. Both are going to be at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As we could see, we closed out at the high, guys. I'm just going to say it would look pretty odd if this was going to just get faded tomorrow. It would be a pretty gnarly reversal, trap over here. A pretty gnarly bull trap. But we did close out at the highs. We have a hammer candlestick on SPY, QQ, along with most of the Mag 7 stocks. We were looking like we were going to be continuing higher. I mentioned in the last title that people will be shocked, and I think this is exactly what that meant. I think we got this big ass gap up going on right now, and if we get another gap up following that, I think it's very safe to say that the vast majority will be shocked. I think the pain trade from here is a gap up. Instead of just getting through this area and pushing on to all-time highs, like it would be so beautiful if that would happen, but it's probably not going to happen. The pain trade is moving a little bit higher and then pulling back when everybody starts flipping sides back to long. Everyone knows to be short in this area. 585 to 575 here on SPY. That's what we were paying attention to before it actually came, and now it is here. Now, at this point in time, guys, they're going to get all bulled up if you have another green day here. They're going to FOMO. They're going to really start FOMO and thinking things are going back to all-time highs. And then they're probably going to bring things right back down to the 200 daily moving average, which is down there 573. All right. So, honestly, we don't have much to talk about here today, considering, CPI is going to be tomorrow. We're either going to gap down and, all these bullish setups that we're going to pull back, probably get more buyers. I'm going to guess we're probably going to get buyers stepping in if we come down here without going a little higher first. But if we go a little higher after tomorrow, then I think maybe we can reverse with PPI, maybe start coming down towards that second half of the week. All right. So as far as upside goes on S&P, SPY, we're talking 585.39, 590.49, and 597.34. On the downside, we're talking 577.04, the 200 daily moving average at 573.50, and then we have 568.38 under there. Now, if CPI does give us a nasty reversal and we open underneath the 200 over here, we're going to be looking at these lower levels, 568.38, 561.70, and 556.04. We don't want to lose this, or we probably have a larger pullback in the making. Coming over here to QQQ, we have the same exact thing. On the upside, we're going to be watching 510.15. That's going to be right near the 0.786. So that's the line in the sand there for the sellers. And on the downside, we're going to watch 501.48, today's low. Underneath there, 493.62, which will have that 200 daily moving average right underneath around 491. If that does not hold, then we're watching 479.56. Pretty simple game plan here right now, guys. VIX is falling off a cliff. We're now underneath the 200 daily moving average. As we could see, when we do lose the 200 day moving average, we typically will come a little lower, over the coming trading sessions. As we could see over here, we lost it again over here. We came a little lower. All right, over here, we were underneath it for a few trading sessions there. Okay, as we see, we drifted a little bit lower. We drifted a little lower, a little low over here. All right, so I am thinking it's more probable than not to see everything continue higher from here overnight off of CPI. And then I'm thinking we can pull back over the coming days if we get up here, because we have these nasty weekly gaps right now. We had the monthly Microsoft gap, and now I'm telling you, everything we're looking at now has this massive weekly gap that I think it would be really weird to leave it behind. So I don't think we're going to fade tomorrow off of CPI. But I do think we're probably going to come back to fill these gaps over the next 1 to 2 weeks. And I think it would make the most sense to come up here and then pull back into it. All right, so that's what I'm watching. Now, as far as the Mag 7 stocks go, guys, we're going to take a look over here at Tesla. Tesla is the one that I am just going to say it is probably going to be continuing higher. We just had one of these big gap up days. They normally get continuation over the coming trading sessions. So we're watching 325.10. And above there, guys, we're watching 350, the cycle level. If price does pull back, which I don't think is likely, we're going to be watching 307. Moving over here to NVIDIA, guys, this closed out at the highs today. This is very likely going to be running up into the 200 daily moving average, which is up there at 125. Above 122.89, we have 123.70, 124.44, and then the 200-day moving average at 125. The price pulls back, you're watching 118.68. You got Amazon over here also closing up with the big gap up here, closed out with a lower wick. I'm not going to say this one looks the best, but I will say right now, on these 4-hour charts, guys, do these really look all that bad? We'll just look at all the Mag 7 stocks right now. You see those lower wicks on Tesla. You see the lower wicks over on NVIDIA after you pushed up. Amazon, does that look bearish to you? Not to me. Microsoft, what do we got? Okay, you're starting to break up from that range and you're starting to really push. You closed out the high with this hammer candlestick. Guys, it would look really weird if we just had tops form off of these, so I don't think that's going to be the case. We're probably not going to top with these very strong hammer candlesticks. We're probably just not going to do it. All right, coming over to Meta, does this look like something that's just going to fall off a cliff to you? Probably not. All right, probably not. We're probably not going to put in a major top here with that. Or not a major top. We're probably not going to put in even a top here with that. We're probably going to continue higher for a couple trading sessions. Come over here to Apple. Does this look like something that wants to pull back to you? Not to me. All right, guys. So I'm gonna conclude it at that. I'm just saying everything does look like it is going to be continuing higher. I know we have CPI tomorrow and it is a gamble, but at the end of the day, you're gonna gap up or you're gonna gap down tomorrow. And I think it's very likely you are going to either gap up, or if you don't get a big gap, you're probably going to continue pushing over the coming 1 to 2 trading sessions. All right. So that's what I'm gonna be looking for. If you want to come trade with me, I'll be live every day in the Discord, trading live with you throughout the day. That link will be down below. That being said, appreciate y'all, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Peace.